Hello, you know, just give me a second. Just give me just a second, folks. Sometimes my culture gets the best of me, ladies and gentlemen, and I try to not let it interfere with me too much. Goodness, alright, I think we're good to go. Alright, folks, hello, it's me, it's Mr. 789 here on this glorious day of May 28th, 2017. And I'm sorry, I wasn't casting very much. There was a lot of things that Indian people gotta do this week, so yeah, I just kinda trucked on through and wished that my culture would just get assimilated a little bit quicker. Besides from that, we got a pretty interesting PvT to show you off to you guys. Whew, alright, we're awake, we're nice, it's 10 o'clock, this game is gonna be a little bit of a fun time. Wait, does it show game, dude? I may have to blur that out in post-editing, but that's not the point, folks. We have a PvT to do at least something to your day. I hope it does something to your day, because I think it's a good PvT. And what's better is, I played it, so please let me know how good of a PvT it was. Just let me know how excellently everybody played. Yeah, my ego is like, you know, just needs to be spoon-fed at once in a while. Alright, spawning in the top left-hand position of Odyssey. He is representing our red Terran player. Give it up for Barcode. Whom shall know? Goddamn camera angles. I know how to fix this now. Ta-da! I'm an observer master, best caster, and a master race. It's Barcode, everybody, whom we shall call Lalabomba in tradition and keeping up with calling Barcode players out for not having a phonetic name. And his opponent spawning in the bottom right hand position, representing our blue protest player, possibly the most handsomest protest player in the universe. I just have a feeling that this guy is the guy that I would want sucking my Johnson if things went south. Folks, give a warm welcome to Swaghar, playing for Psionic Aftermath. And we're not gonna go like that, because it was pointed out to me that I don't need to do that on this interface, so I'm just gonna go ahead and have a laissez-faire kind of association with that button, and try not to let it ruin these casts for you. You saw nothing. Yeah, so I am Swaghar. This is a game I played a couple of days ago that was really an interesting PvT. I think it really highlights some of the stronger aspects of both races, you know? It really goes to show, you know, that the strength and weaknesses of both races. I don't know, I thought it was pretty interesting. I thought it was fun, whatever. I mean, I hope you guys think it is as fun as I thought it was. I'm not going to spoil everything, but I am going to say Terran is overpowered, and that's all I'm gonna go ahead and give Lalabomba. Now, let's see what Lalabomba's opener is. It's just gonna be a quick Reaper into a command center. Nothing too unusual there. Meanwhile, Swaghar, or yeah, you know, I don't know whether to call him Swaghar, or should I just say, like, you know, I was going for this, I was going for that, right? Because on one hand, you know, convention says I should be calling him Swaghar because that's the player's name. But then it'll just be like talking in third person, like, oh, me did this, me liked this, me don't do this, kind of caveman sort of era, Stone Age, kind of Bronze Age sort of stuff, right? So, I guess I'll call him... Me. I'll just say I'm. Okay, so I am currently going for a pretty standard opening, I believe. It's one of my most favorite PvT openings. It is going to be standard gateway expand with the Nexus, and we're going to go ahead and get Adepts and a Stargate, which should be coming down any second now, unless I metagamed myself. But no, I didn't. Stargate is going to go ahead and get thrown on down. And the chronos on the Adepts means a couple of things. This means that I'm going to go ahead and try and get out 3 Adepts as early as possible. And when I do that, I'm going to see if I cannot keep them on the other side of the map. And, you know, Adepts just can't stay on the other side of the map, right? They're like, it's just like something you can't keep in your pants. You got to throw it out there, right? So we're gonna shade a couple of adapts over to the other side of the map and see how we can pressure the Terran with that pressure, and as soon as those adapts shade, the Oracle should fly in as well and do some damage. It has been a little bit of a while since this game has begun, so I'm not quite certain what happened. I know I killed that Reaper like a bitch, so that's at least a good part that I can, you know, give myself a good pat on the shoulder by. Widowmine drop seems to be coming out for my opponent. Good old Destiny Cloud Fist Strike build. Can't really blame him for that. I'm just gotta take my phone out of my pocket. I'm sorry. It's just in my pocket. It's in the way. That's the motto. Looks like it's gonna be a 3-Rex follow-up for llllllll, something I did not know at the time. And it looks as though it's gonna go ahead and get that Tep Glide, presumably for a stim, or maybe combat shields, or hey, maybe even quick concussive shells. I see some very janky stuff up here in Masters, folks. Believe me, not everyone that's Masters should necessarily be Masters. Ooh, did I see that drop? I think I saw that drop. I don't know how I was going to respond to that. It looks as though llllllll definitely saw the adapts though, and he's going to go ahead and quickly evacuate the SCVs. Adapts are going to go ahead and shade on into the natural and see that there's a whole lot of Zilcherino. There's going to see one SCV, lonely SCV, sultry, lonely, sexy SCV left out for the dogs. And going to go ahead and try to shade up into the main base is Swaghar, or me. He's trying to do that, but a nice wallop is going to prevent any sort of shenaniganry. Meanwhile, drop coming on into the main base. Can I spot it in time? And yes, one overcharge does go on off. This spotting gateways and pylons did do me wonders this game. Woodman is going to go ahead and drop down. Going to get the burrow off. Meanwhile, ooh, Oracle on the other side of the map already up to 4 kills. Nothing is there to defend this Oracle. And Swaghar seems to be doing some pretty good damage on the other side of the map, folks. Oracle is going to go ahead and come back home, just lining up that Revelation. Wants to get both Widow Mines. There we go. He is going to go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, this Oracle is still getting kills. I didn't even realize it was this crazy. Gonna go ahead. Widow Mines burrow. No, nothing much gonna happen. And Swaghar is gonna go ahead and shade back home. 7 to 38 total workers. That is like, damn, the game is over kind of worker discrepancies. However, as you may have guessed by the length of this video, I had a hard time closing it out. I don't know why. I kind of forgotten actually why I couldn't close this out as soon as I did. I knew I did a lot of damage. Like, you can click on Oracle and you can see how good ass of a job I did. Look at that. Kills, colon, 22. That wasn't like 22 changelings or something like that. No, I got a lot of kills with that Oracle. So feeling pretty fine with myself right now. I'm gonna go ahead and take that third base. Ooh. Actually, workers still AFK over here for Swaghar. Oh man, if that's what did me in, I'm gonna be so angry if that's what made this game drag on so long. And yeah, no, workers, okay, workers are getting back to work, so never mind. Oh, Liberate is gonna go ahead and set on up its siege. Does Swaghar, do I react to the pull? And looks like though, no, I am gonna lose a couple of workers before I realize it. 4, 5, maybe 6? Yeah, 6 workers going on down. So Liberate already getting a decent amount of damage there. And already, ooh, a drop in the main base, or natural base, trying to do some damage. llllllll knows he has to get back into this game somehow. Looks as though he is getting defended thus far, but he is getting a nice bit of damage. What was once a very large worker discrepancy is now starting to seem a little bit more even. 36 and 19, still a terrible spot for Terran to be in, but much more manageable than it was a couple more minutes ago. So to them good harass. I'm gonna go ahead and have to say llllllll is in a better and better position in this game. Widowmine trying to get the burrow on down. One of them does finish, and 7 kills on that Widowmine. Oh, now I see why I didn't win right away. Oh, I had the defense of a squirrely fungal potato, folks. It was not good. Oh, overcharge just going off, and I missed the pickup, and the Widowmine gets even more kills. 2 more kills on that Widowmine. Looks as though I'm gonna go ahead and get the medevac and Widowmine's in return, but I've already taken so much damage. Take a look at the workers killed, 21 to 23 now. The game is practically evened up at this point. Let me do a quick... Bad. That's basically what I was doing to myself in the middle of the game, right? Like, if I didn't have to have my fingers on the keyboard, it would just be like, God, why did it not get defend against the Widowmine? Simple stuff. But that's okay. You know what? Live and learn from your mistakes in StarCraft. Otherwise, you shall never improve. Now, I'm going to go ahead and shade on 4. Let's take a look at my vision. Ooh, he'll put down the defense for just a little bit, but he was just being a little bit of a tease. I see a decent amount of ammo and decide to back on off. And it's at this point that I realize I can't kill the Terran player. My mother would be so not proud of me right now. Like, if she could play StarCraft, she would just, like, think how much of a failure. I'm like, ah, you lost 23 workers. What are you doing? But then again, like, Lala Bomba's mom probably did the same thing, so we both don't have very hyper-supportive mothers of StarCraft. What are you gonna do? No, I'm just kidding around a lot. Or maybe I'm not. Silent cries for help. Alright, +1 Engraves now on the way at a very astonishingly late time, as a matter of fact. Generally, you want to get their Twilight and Forge down before, I would say, 5:20-ish, 5:10-ish. Other than that, it starts to get a bit much. Okay, here's the thing. I thought I kept on losing workers over here. And I was like, there's gotta be a Widowmine here somewhere. I was going crazy, and I told myself I would go back in the replay and see if there was actually a Widowmine there. Which I'm technically doing now. I didn't do it right away. And I can tell my past self, rest assured, there was not a Widowmine there. So, I guess I'm StarCraft-ophrenic. It's like schizophrenic, except you imagine things in StarCraft. I was gonna call it Idra Huck syndrome, but I think that may have been in bad taste. What are you doing, Norton? Get out of here. Go away. Oh, man. Too soon for the Huck Idra reference? Nah, not too soon for the Idra reference. Idra was... That's what I did. I did another. I was like, there's gotta be something somewhere. I was so paranoid. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's fine though. +1 Engraves are, I would say, around 30 seconds from finishing on up. 50 to 50 total army supply is very, very even. 37 to 49 total workers. Terran not in a spot where he would completely lose this game, and Protoss not in a spot where he's strictly going to win this game. So we're gonna have to see what happens. Gateway explosion is going to happen, or as Todd likes to say, l'explosion de la Gatawa. That's how you say it in French. Trust me, I'm a French teacher. How can I be this young and be a French teacher? Well, firstly, I'm actually 27 years old. And secondly, after spending years on Google Translate, I just kind of acquired these Frenchy speaking kind of sort of talent, you know? I'll give you an example. Helion. Phoenix. Probe. Sentiari. Oh, I was gonna... Oh, man. The joke doesn't work with this interface. I was gonna go... The punchline was supposed to be the surrender button, and I was like, you know, oh, only option or something like that. I don't know. It was stupid. It was bigoted. It was one of my jokes. It wasn't very well polished. It's like my joke stemmed twice, even though it only needed to stem once. And there was actually nothing there. I stemmed into a hallucination, and... let's just say bad things ensued, right? Now let's see what Swaghar is indeed doing. 44 to 57 total workers. Gonna go and lay down a stasis trap at the edge of the water. Hopefully that can get a really big shot off that actually ends up winning him the game. And no, actually, the army is actually completely bypassing it. Shit. Alright, but it is tech, so Swaghar should have defenses ready. He does have a decently large army, but 92 to 91 total army supply. And the complexity of Lala Bomba is actually much more than that of Swaghar. And there is a lot of Widowmines here, folks. Templar Archives is on the way and has finished on up, but this push is looking awfully scary, folks. Couple of Sentients warped on in for Swaghar. That should be his lifeline. Gonna go ahead and step him down, but a couple of Force Spears gonna go ahead and prevent any shenanigans from happening. Storm has not started just yet. He's gonna go ahead and try to commit and hold this with just Adept Phoenix. And this is one of the problems of Adept Phoenix. You think you can smash this, then all of a sudden, and your dreams just go flying out the window to clog your boss's toilet. Doesn't very bode very well, folks. Alright, scan is going on down. Lala Bomba sees the Phoenix Oracle, and he's now seeing the Templar for the first time. A good push fit. Gonna go ahead and second up a couple of the Bio. Oh, Bio actually targeting down a couple of the Templar. Some very costly mistakes some got from our friend Swaghar, but gets a decent amount of Bio for his trouble. Baits a couple of the Widowmine shots. I'm thinking Swaghar wants to push out of this contain here pretty soon. Not that much Bio. Good spits on the Adepts could end up winning in this engagement. Looks as though he's going to do just that. Picking up all the Widowmine, trying to move forward the Adepts. And is it going to be enough, though? I don't think so. And it looks as though the Adepts took a bad engagement are going to be forced to retreat. 73 to 62 total army supply at the moment. Still on a Phoenixes in the air. They can lift up shit as well. Do you even lift, bro? Says the Phoenixes as the Marauders get put into the air and shamefully disintegrated by Phoenixes. Now, a couple of Widowmines haven't been able to be killed. Detection hasn't started until around 10 seconds ago for Swaghar, so these could get another juicy shot on off. More Templar warping on in, around 2 for the time being. And Swaghar, I would say he has held for the time being, sacrificing the weak Adepts to tank the shots in waiting for the observer to come on out. Meanwhile, let's see what Lala Bomba is doing. He's just gonna go ahead, dance to his own mariachi music, because I am racist, and it looks as though he's gonna go ahead and hut his way all over to the third base. let's take a quick mineral check. Alright, so we're gonna go and say llllllll has around 2 mining bases that are pretty healthy, whereas Swaghar only has around 1.5 mining bases. So at this point, llllll's mining, even though Swaghar has more workers, is actually much better than Swaghar, just because of the saturation on both of his bases. And it looks as though our friend llllll may be going for a cheeky Widowmine placement, possibly gonna go and get a bunch of adepts. Probably not, though. And it looks as though a couple of adepts working on in the first harassment for our friend Swaghar. Looks as though he's gonna shade behind. Oh, but llllll has actually seen it. Adepts are gonna go ahead and shade on forward into the middle line, hold position, see how many workers. Fuck! Okay, so I was. There we go. Alright, so I was rewinding it to get back to the same spot. I know, I'm gonna whip myself later for making the same mistake. Like, if they were a casting test, I'd have to, like, cheat off a Funka or something like that. Oh, give me views. And, when I was fast forwarding, I noticed something. So, if you can see my mouse cursor right now, which you probably can, I want you to look right here. Ready? Ready? Okay, watch. Ah, it's like someone's, like, just, like, patting it like a piece of jello and it's just going... And it's just going... Because that's the noises jello make when you perturb it. Look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it go. It's like dancing. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's beautiful. You don't get to see stuff like that in League of Legends, I'll tell you that much. Alright, where are we right now? Blah blah blah, Revelation. Templar gets sniped. See these two Templar? They get sniped. Gonna go and try to break it. Blah blah blah. Death, death, death. Widowmines, Phoenix. The sounds of dying bio. Widowmine gets cleaned on up. We're over here. Okay. Adepts are gonna go ahead and shade back defensively. No, I am sorry for that, folks. I do apologize for my shitty casting talent. Really, I try to hit Control R, and then actually, what's funny is that Control E is a hotkey to go all the way back to the beginning of the game. For whatever goddamn reason that may be. So, yeah, okay, Control R, 21 and 27 total workers killed. It has even to on out, so let's take stock of the game so far. llllll was in a horrible position, but through a combination of mules, Widowmines, and Liberators, he was able to sneak himself back into the game, get a lot of damage done, and do a fairly decent push, which wiped out a lot of my army. Fortunately, I did have a tech transition on the way. A couple of Templar have finished on up, and now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 people who have unsubscribed from me. No, I have a decent amount of Templar with Storm. And I'm gonna see if I can break the position of llllll. One adept forward is gonna go ahead and get traded preemptively. Just to go ahead and see what's what. I see the buy moving on down, but already a couple of storms to zone the buyer back. Now llllll knows he's in a little bit of trouble. Three ghosts are on the way, but I'm not sure if he can hold on for that long. Thankfully, my army has a shit ton of adepts, and the adepts can get kited like none other. So that's gonna be the one saving grace from our friend Barcode. Because though I'm being a little bit too tepid here, got to learn. There we go, I found we're gonna go ahead and take some initiative. Gonna go ahead and wipe out the mineral line. 36, 33 workers. Plummeting in supply is our friend llllll. And now, look at the chicken, noodle, tomato, broccoli supply. Oh, the drop ghost! Oh my god, it got all the Templar, no more storm. Yes, a beautiful play from our friend llllll. One defensive storm has been landed by Swaghar. One storm left from the brutal medevac. There goes. I think that's basically what saved him from complete decimation. Another very good EMP. Wow, and Swaghar taking a horrible misengagement and forced to back off for the time being. Still has a fearsome army. He can still contend with llllll, but now it is not as nearly as one-sided as it once was. 2-2 to the +3 attack of Swaghar. So he is up and upgrade. Is our friend llllll. Still trying to move up is Swaghar, but I just don't think he can keep on pushing it up. And Moon losing the Phoenix, that's going to be a huge in the upcoming portion of this game. Not being able to shut down drops is absolutely critically not good. Good Observer Micro to not die to the splash damage because of Widowmine, because that is the last way any Observer should ever die. Good EMP, softening all of these units on up. Stark is getting blasted to oblivion. A couple of ghosts left, trying to get targeted down, but Swaghar is repelled in his offensive tactics and is forced to retreat. Now, Widowmine over here looks like a nipple coming out of the earth. Hello, Earth Nipple, I bid you farewell as we look into the third base of llllll. And the mules have been landed. Still, let's take a look. 25 workers killed to 49. I am rocking currently a 24 worker killed advantage. However, I'm having a little bit of problems shutting down this game. He's going to go ahead and lift up this command center any second now to take this. I am sure of it. Either that or he just built this and an orbital. I don't know. Scouting was not good this game. Meanwhile, Swaghar has taken his 4th base. Shoot, why am I keep saying I need to, okay, I have taken my 4th base by this time. 13 out of 20 mineral patches. This is a high mineral expansion, so definitely very, very, very valuable to have. And also, it's a little bit better positioning-wise for your army, so you don't have to get dragged all the way across this area. You can just kind of cut that area you need to cover in around 1/3. To maybe, like, just put your army somewhere in this vicinity. And then if any drops come by, you should have Phoenix. You should have Phoenix, anyways, to go ahead and patrol over here. Maybe look for a couple drops and a Mama Ship Core in the main to repel anything that tries to fly in. Now, Swaghar is still getting this Templar. However, these Templar are going to lose a lot of equity as the game goes on, as EMPs really take away the stability of the Protoss to have splash damage with Storm. Let's go ahead and analyze Storms for a second, because even though the army supply is fairly in favor of Swaghar, and I'm getting Immortals, getting Charge, all the good stuff, which, you know, cost 200 at the time, which was like, oh no, literally unplayable, right? What was I talking about? Shit. Alright, let's talk about Storm. Right. So, if you have the option between having Storm and having Colossi, 100% of the time, or 99% of the time, you would go for Colossi, because Storms aren't really guaranteed AoE, right? Like, you kind of have to like go and bait them forward. The Storms can be dodged, you can get EMP'd, and immediately all your splash is gone. There's not really any great way to protect it, so Storm definitely has a timer on it. So one of the main things I'm going to have to watch out for is how quickly I can transition away from Storm. I thought this was a bitch, by the way. Oh my gosh, what did I do? I put a cannon here, didn't I? Yeah, I did. You're probably not going to be able to see this, but yeah, the Widowmine then moved out of range in the cannon and moved like over here, I think. And that was just Terrans! Imba! Ah! It was horrible, folks. It was absolutely embarrassing. Now, decent amount of Templar do all have Storm. I'm gonna go ahead and try to move out over here. I could just end this game with this attack right now. There is a decent amount of Ghosts, though, and, okay. You know what? I'm doing this because I have allergies. You know what? Deal with it. Reno is not allergen friendly, right? I'm sorry. Now, this attack has been scattered out by our friend Lala Bomba. He does have a couple of ghosts with a lot of energy for actually EMPs. They can throw down a couple each, which could be very, very dangerous. All the Templar are pumped up. Swaghar has to be sure to split those in the upcoming engagement. Let's see how he does. Is Lala Bomba going to do the same medevac dropship tactics with his ghost? I'm not sure. He's going to go ahead and come with the flank. And oh no, the Templar are all still in one location. Oh no, Ghost is going to go ahead and move forward, and it looks as though the Observer Destiny can get it in time. No, an EMP does go down. A lot of the Templar taken away, around 5 or 6 Storms. Not all of them got hit though, and I do tag this army. I see this medevac moving across, and I remember earlier in this game that he loves his drop Ghost. So I assume that's a drop Ghost, but it's not really. Another Ghost going to go ahead and move on forward. Just, you know, moving like that. That's what the Ghost does, right? I mean, if you pay 200 for it, do you want a cool animation? There we go. Good feedback by Swaghar, taking out that medevac and Ghost, saying I will have none of those shenanigans. And now it is just 3 Ghosts left. It is up to them to EMP all the Templar. They get a couple of the shields off the Immortals and a little bit off the Addis, but that's not what you want to EMP. You need to get the Templar. Speaking of getting the Templar, Swaghar. Oh, huge EMP on all the Templar. Oh no. Oh no. The army's in disarray. Oh, the Adepts are shaded back, and a horrible engagement from Swaghar. Oh, it's like reliving a nightmare, folks. He's gonna go ahead and head on into the natural base. However, he is getting a lot of worker kills, folks. Like this many worker kills at least, right? I'm gonna go ahead and finish the transfer into the natural base, and this bio is just gonna kill the ever-living ire out of those Adepts. Like, they're gonna wish they were never in the collar to begin with. Oh my gosh. Those Adepts got so killed, even death would say they got killed. Oh my god. Doesn't make sense, but yeah. Okay, looks as though... Does this guy have a kill? Yeah, that's... See that guy right there? That's the Widowmine. Alright, anyway, Swaghar. Bad engagement over there. Now there's a lot of bio left for my friend Lala Bomba, and he is looking to push. Swaghar lost a lot of armor. Take a look. The resources lost so much more for Swaghar. 4,000 more resources. However, he has been mining so much more for the duration of this mass. And now Colossi are on the way to supplement this army. Swaghar just to hold on with a couple of Templar, a couple of Storms, and he should be good to go. There are no Vikings in production, and Lala Bomba's economy is in disarray. He absolutely cannot afford to get Colossi. Or, I can afford to get Colossi because, but he can't afford to get Vikings. So that's basically the dream. Hold off until Vikings. I can't watch. And it happened! Oh, the Templar got EMP'd. The most horrible engagement Swaghar could have taken at this moment. and now he is in full retreat. He knows he can't contest this army, and he is just running for the hills. He has armor supply advantage, but it's not really enough. Gonna go ahead and regroup his forces, think twice about engaging. He has a couple of Templars that are trying to get a storm, but it's not happening. Gonna go ahead and sacrifice some of the zealots to save some of the immortals, but a horrible bottleneck for Swaghar, plummeting his supply, 98 armor supply to 59. The Terran race has been able to come back very strong in this match. A desperation warping of zealots, but it won't even get finished. The Templar getting targeted on down. Is this the end of SpongeBob? Is this the end of Swaghar? Who will know, folks? Looks like Llllllll is forced to go ahead and lit on up. More overcharges are coming up down. I need everything I can to hold this engagement. More by dropping on top of the army. I cannot afford to be taking these Colossus on the Colossus. I like that. Losses on the Colossus. Gonna go in and micro to my heart's content. The Marauders gonna drop on top, and they are gonna get one Colossi. The reinforcement for this bio has not arrived. The economy, like I said, is in disarray. This is all the reinforcements got stopped by the one hero stasis ward right by the lakes. 2 Marauders, 4 Ghost left to attack, but the Protoss army just got, I won't say decimated, because thanks to rapid casting I can now never use that word again. I'm gonna go ahead and say very, 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 very marginalized. Not good things happened to that army. Colossi went down. Templar went down. Templar got stormed. Archons, Immortals lost. The Protoss got sent back to the Bronze Age. I'm not going to say the Stone Age. That's a little bit harsh. I'm now in like the... You know what? I'm in the Victorian era of tech right now. I got like poofy wig Templar and like a couple of you big fancy Colossus. And that's basically all I got, right? The common man is nowhere to be seen. Oh gosh, thank God this isn't Soviet Russia, man. Oh my gosh, the bourgeoisie would have none of it. Alright, enough of the bourgeoisie stuff. I am still mining better than llllllll. llllll, however, realizes this and realizes also to himself, I need to push the Protoss player. Now he's gonna go ahead and move across the map. He is not looking happy. I did get a couple more high Templar with Storm, but there's just not that much meat to this army. Gonna go ahead and morph in a couple of Templar in order to get some Archons. And now the bias moved on into this main base, or 19th base location. Gonna go ahead and do a little bit of damage to Swaghar. Has to be so careful on how he engages. These ghosts can still do a lot of damage to the Templar, a lot of damage to the Colossus. This game has gone absolutely batshit bonkers, folks. The Terran is actually mining more than me at this point. I may have more workers, but he has the bases to support his at the very least. Like, I got 29 on that, folks, and then like 5 there. That's not really doing much. It's not looking good, folks. Ooh, go, oh, what's the matter? Oh my god. Oh, now he's boring and I'm not gonna look at him. Now, Swaghar trying to position himself well, looking for the good storms, but realizes the threat of the ghost. One bad EMP. Well, okay. Another bad EMP. Well, the 4th bad EMP of this game could very well be the final bad EMP of this game. Right back with the ghost. Swaghar realizes what's going on, and the ghost does indeed miss the EMP. Thank God for that schleck knock. A couple more Templar are warping on and gonna go ahead and get some more Archons. Swaghar just looking for beef to his army. He has the splash. 3 Colossi and a couple of Templar that can take on an army of huge proportions on top of old Smokey. A lot of Templar did get stormed, and that is emboldened the Terran, but there is still a couple of storms left in this army, and the Colossi just guaranteeing that the front lines will be shredded. Swaghar is going for the engagement, but the bio is kiting on back, and at these low numbers they can just minimize the splash damage, splitting the bio, and reinforcements have arrived. 50-60-50 for total army supply. Can Swaghar hold on? It's going to be very close, ladies and gentlemen. Only an Archon and a couple of Stalkers and Zealots left on the ground, whereas this Terran still has a very formidable force of bio. However, there is a lot of health in this army. I don't think that the Terran player is going to have the means to contest it. He has a couple of Widowmines, and he's going to go ahead and put them forward aggressively. Not a bad choice for my friend llllll. 74 supplied to 108, 3-2 to the 3-3. Swaghar has not been able to afford that crucial +3 ground armor, as a matter of fact. So, you know what? He has a bunch of Archons anyways. Like, who wants armor for Archons? A grand total of people, right? Alright, so 0 people. It was 0, guys. Alright, looks at the Colossi. Oh man, condescending, right? Colossi are going to go ahead and move on forward. Look for the snipes on the Widowmines. One of the Templar does get EMP'd by the Ghost. Swaghar just trying to hold on, slowly building up his army, realizing that Colossi are a good unit. This base, meanwhile, over here has been an absolute, this has been a David Kim's. This has been an innovation send, an absolute godsend for our friend Swaghar. That is really the strongest mining base that he has. 13 out of 16, 12 out of 10. Swaghar needs that mineral income, and he needs it now. And there he goes. Looks like though he's gonna invest for the long game. Thinks he can hold this push, and gonna go ahead and invest in a couple more Colossi and a couple of more Stalkers. He's getting these long-term equity units in order to better his odds. Better his odds that he's going to go ahead and be better off in the later stages of the game rather than the not later stages portion of the game. And now sneaking, hitting, well, not hidden sneaky ninja base. We're just going to say in your base, gold base coming on up. A lot of ghosts are actually all the way up here, but the Templar can just be kept in the back. I know I'm gross. The Templar can just be held in the back away from all the EMPs. And until the EMPs have been doing a decent amount of damage, taking an okay trade is Swaghar. Still, this is a main point of contention. If this point ever gets broken, one small EMP, the Templar do end up getting EMP, but they still have enough to merge as an, well, yeah, they still have enough energy. Ghost still trying to do more and more. It seems like a strategy, like the Ghost drop with the medevac. That seems like a strategy you see Innovation do, and think to yourself, oh, of course, it's so simple. Why didn't I do that? Well, that's why you don't do that. It works like 1 out of 7 times. And the one time it did work won him the game. Oh my gosh, still never gonna get over that. Now, Swaghar, with this increased minimal income, with mining from this base being a thing, he hasn't been able to warp in Stalkers and Zealots, add a lot more beef to this army, and now he's gonna go ahead, he's gonna try and break the contain. Yes, he is going for it, but realizes the huge spread from the Terran is gonna be so bad for him. But it's gonna go ahead and try and take the engagement anyway. There's just not that much here for Lalabamba. Half his army is over there, trying to stem and kite back. Are there reinforcements? Yes, but they're very, very small and very far in between. Swaghar not deciding to press the issue for the time being. Wants to maybe get and take care of this drop. Worried about how it may turn out. Oh, good mic for all these Marines. Gonna go ahead and take care of these Zealots. Easy peasy-simo. Only 3 Marines do remain. This Stalker gonna get the hell target out of it. Swaghar still playing defensively. Very tepid after that last engagement. Knows that even though he may think he may have won this game several times over, maybe it's not that simple, folks. Maybe StarCraft is more than just a numbers game. Maybe StarCraft is all about Micrissimo and not taking fat EMPs. Now, Swaghar is getting pretty much pulled out of position. It looks like though he is going to go ahead and try and push down this center lane. However, Lalabamba is going to exploit this and stem on over into this Mantro base, taking out more and more workers. 21 and 34 total workers now. And Lalabamba still has the medevac over here threatening some damage. These Colossi need to regroup for the final push in. Looks as though there are how many Colossus to how many not Vikings? Alright, the ratio to Colossus to Vikings is infinity, which means I have more than infinitely more Colossus than he has Vikings. Mathematicians out there, fight me. Alright, looks as though this drop is still doing huge amounts of damage, really showing, Lalabamba has really showed this game what he can do with just a little bit of units and a little strokes of the keyboard. He can perform miracles. However, the unit tab at this point of the stage doesn't lie. 7 Colossi, 11 Adepts, 7 Stalker, and 6 Templar, all ready to start their meteorology career, all out on the field. More Archons morphing on in, and I think this very well may be the killing blow from Swaghar. How do I know this? Just a caster, aren't you? I don't know. It looks as though a handful of Marines are going to go ahead and find themselves onto the side ground to take down a couple of more workers here. Really harassing this base has our friend Lalabamba. However, Sanox and from Swaghar, he has had enough. Taking out a couple of the rallying Marines, and he's just moving on forward into the natural base. He does not care. He is angry at Lalabamba. Lalabamba is going to go for the base race. And not sure if he can kill Swaghar's buildings as quickly as he can kill Lalabamba's buildings. Didn't have to see. Orbital starts beginning to lift on off. This orbital is going to go ahead and lift on over to the butt stuck nowhere in the middle, somewhere in the middle of the map. Meanwhile, this army only has a couple of medevacs to support it, so can't be stibbing to take out this building. Has to be careful with how he uses his bioenergy. And next to that, Swaghar is not ready to commit to any sort of base. It's gonna go ahead. Did I scout that out? Yeah, I saw it, right? Alright, did you hear that ghost die? Yeah, Ghost die in the least manly way possible. Alright, Swaghar is now chasing down this army. He senses the end is nigh. The proud Protoss tech is now far superior to what the Terran has to offer. The bio is overstimmed. The medevacs are low in number. The Vikings are low in number. The One ghost loads up into one medevac for one last time. Defensive nuke on the way. Oh no, maybe that's just a BM kill myself nuke. Well, I'm not certain, but Swaghar wants to take no risks at all. No risks at all. Thankfully, he is playing with sound, so he does hear that nuke come on down. Ooh, too soon? Too soon? Scarlet GSL, too soon? Ah, no, yeah, too soon. Oh well. Nuke does end up getting cancelled. Looks as though more nukes are in production, so looks as though our friend llllllll gonna rely on nukes to maybe not lose this game. Maybe he can land a huge one on Swaghar. Swaghar's not been so keen on taking those good engagements. However, that is gonna be what wins him the game, and that alone, I mean, pure Marines with one, like this Marauder is like the loneliest of Marauders, right? He can say hi to his Marauder buddy, and that's it. I bet the cannon broke it. Oh! Did you hear that, folks? That's the sound of a million Protosses just absolutely destroying their underwear all at once. A beautiful engagement from our friend Swaghar, asking llllll, yeah, how do you like it? How do you like losing your whole army in approximately no seconds? Now the defensive nuke is on the way. It's a Foley man's dream, unfortunately, at this point. Is it gonna go and let it complete? No, it is cancelled. GG is called, though. Psionic after Swaghar sent to the tap out. Done by our friend llllll. And sometimes you just gotta dance in the grave of your enemy, folks. Man, a beautiful game played by both players. These Templar are absolutely swollen on energy. And look at that. I'm gonna break it. I have to get rid of it. Oh, look how happy I was. I was like... And then I had to like take a break because I almost had a migraine in this game. But anyways, pretty good gameplay from both players. Swaghar really was in a great position for most of it. Unfortunately, TEEERRRRAAAAAAANNNNNN really has some really cool things they can do with their raids, folks. And through sheer micro ability and a little bit of incompetence from our friend Swaghar, the mistakes of Swaghar started to add up, and llllll suddenly found himself in a very winnable position. Thankfully, Swaghar's defense was impeccable enough. And whoever the Swaghar person is definitely deserves at least a high five and some fellatio from his fans. But that is going to be it for me. Shoulda Coulda Woulda is the story of StarCraft llllll, and thank you so much for watching, folks. Really sorry I couldn't be casting as much as I would want to, but life throws sandals at your mouth sometimes, and sometimes you just gotta chew on those sandals and spit it out. I don't know. Bad comparison. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you did indeed enjoy what you liked and saw and heard here today, please leave a like on this video and subscribe. It helps me out much more than you may think. You can go ahead and leave a comment down below if you are so inclined, and I'll be so certain to get back to you on that. Tell your friends you saw a titty flash on the channel of Mr. 789 if you just wait to the very end. And now I feel bad about my body. Alright, thank you so much for watching, folks. Take care. And remember, folks, above all else, the internet could always use some more heroes. On a side note, I hope the mic quality wasn't shit. I guess we'll just have to find out now, don't we? Ouch.